There we go. Runners are starting. New York City, let's go. Good luck, runners. Let's see some foot soldiers die very quickly as Crunan takes the early lead, but does not mean a thing. These foot soldiers can be fickle at times. They do tend to move down when you want them to slide straight into them, just like you saw that over there on Gutor's page. All right. So Crunan's still having the early lead. This could definitely change. Very slight as he gets to the barrels before Guto, killing off these foot soldiers, getting good patterns as it looks. All right, we're going to see these first couple of robots. Nice. We got 2-shot kills on both. Oh, just barely missed that 2-shot kill there on Guto's side, but Crunan definitely getting some pretty good luck with these. And the 1-shot kill on the robots there. How awesome is that? All right, so we are going into the last part of the sewer portion of this level for New York City. As Crunan's taking care of these guys, got the 3 popping up there before he could kill the yellow one, but was able to take care of that just fine. Gonna have these guys come up to the top, and off we go for Crunan. Gutosur just behind him, not far behind, so this race is gonna be close, guys. There he goes. All right. So Crunan having a little bit of trouble with these first guys, but that's all right. He's just moving along. Second part of the stage, gonna have some guys jumping down from the top there for the yellow guys there, and now you're gonna have the red guys jumping from the top. And Crunan just handling these guys awesomely. Guto catching right up. Here we go. He's taking out the red guys, and as Crunan is moving on to the next part of the level, he got the 1-shot kill on those 3. The really good kill there. Gonna save him a lot of time. All right, so let's see if Guto can do the same. That's a 2-shot kill. Not a bad thing there. So he's still right with it. He did get all of the foot soldiers that come out of the doors with his little spinny attack there, which is good. And now all he has to take care of is the riffraff that comes through. And he's got rid of the guy with the sewer pipe, and he is moving on. Crunan is moving through back to the sewers to get himself ready for Leatherhead, who is going to be coming up here very shortly. Both runners still back to back. We're talking maybe 10 seconds between our runners, which is really good. Anything could fall apart for either runner, so we're still looking at a really good race here. So just keep your eyes on both of these runners. But right now, Crunan's still having just the slight advantage over Gutosur, although they are now on the same screen, so Gutos is catching up. So we're talking maybe less than 5 seconds at this point. So here we go. Both on the Pizza Monsters. Gonna take them out. Not that it moves the stage faster, but it can get you some much needed 1-ups here for this run. All right, both for the second part of their Pizza Monsters. Very close, guys. It looks like, yep, Crunan is still just slightly ahead. We're talking 3 Pizza Monsters, so that is not very far. So here we go. One bad foot soldier slip up will get these guys back on the same page. Leatherhead coming up there on the right for Crunan. And so it is for Gutosur. Guys, this race is hyped. Let's get hype in the chat, guys. Let's cheer on these runners. It is going very awesome. All right. So we've got 3 passes here for Crunan. That was a really good fight there for Crunan. Right behind him, though. Right behind him, Gutosur. There we go. Cowabunga, guys. Very awesome. Here we go. Mysterious goat ship. Let's go. Yeah, we're talking maybe 3 seconds now for these guys. All right, so Crunan up at the top right there. He's going to spam that up there at the top. Watched him do it in his speed runs. He will definitely be just fine. Yes, a very close start to stage 2. So this is going really, really well for both runners. And one thing you guys don't know, they don't know where each other are at. So they are not watching each other. So they have no idea basis of how well their run is going. So they're going to push right to the end. Oh, my toe from Guto as Crunan continues his top right strat where he doesn't take the hits from the foot soldiers. And off to the mousers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 7 seconds apart right now between the runners. So very, very close race. And it looks like there's a little bit of a time difference there for our runners. So we're going to be basing this off of the time there. So you never know how close it's really going to be. So looking like Guto is only like maybe 2 or 3 seconds actually behind him. Although we're looking at Crunan having a very, very starting a little bit quicker than Guto was. Both of them handling these foot soldiers just fine. Those yellow guys are just a pain as they tend to go straight up into the air where you have to wait for them. So if you can catch them before they go up into the air, it is always your best strat. So you'll see them try to take them out. And here comes the first hazard of this level with the planks that pop up. So if you step on those little, they look like tape, but I promise they're not. If you step on those boards are going to pop you up. It's going to stop you right dead in your tracks. So you're going to try to avoid those at all possibility. All right, so here we go as Guto's making his way through. These guys are incredibly close. All right, first 4 yellow guys here for Crunan with the 3 that are in a row. He handled that perfectly. So off he goes. All right. Let's go, Crunan. We've got a lovesick hero rooting on their favorite runner here. But both of them doing great. Oh, man, gotten through all of the barrels. No hits. That is awesome. Those do take up a little bit of time if you were to get hit by those barrels. So both runners handling the barrels perfectly. And the 3-shot on the rock guys. How amazing. Oh man, there we go. And he's got that on lock. And off of the ship. And Guto is off of the ship. Honestly, I think Guto's just a little bit ahead now. So we'll have to watch the times. But I think that Guto is just slightly ahead of Crunan. So just keep an eye on it. But you might start seeing a little bit of pickup here from Guto. But Crunan just holding his own with these foot soldiers, man. Oh, looky there. I think, yes, it is confirmed. We do have a new leader in this race. Guto has just taken the lead from Crunan. As you can see on screen, handled those rock guys just great. And on to these foot soldiers. So now we are on to Guto, who has the slight lead on Crunan. But Crunan still holding his own. Just getting through these last few foot soldiers before the rock guys. As you see, we had a couple of little mishaps there on Guto's side. So any mishap with these guys is going to really cost them. So there we go. We are like neck and neck with these guys right now. Crunan handling the rock guys very well. And little foot soldier errors. Little area there. Guto slightly in the lead as he gets to rock steady just slightly before Crunan here. We're 6 seconds difference right now, guys, where Guto has made up a lot of time here to come out ahead of Crunan. Oh, and there's a hit that is going to cost him. So we'll see what happens now. The Rocksteady can really be kind of a menace in this because he tends to throw those kicks. If you get a good pattern, with Rocksteady definitely could change the break of this race. Guto and Crunan both handling Rocksteady just fine as they move on to the next area. Mysterious ghost ship, you are no longer. We're off to Shredder's hideout. So Guto handling the robots just fine. Took out those robots on the left. So we didn't even get to see them. There was 3 of them that actually pop up there to the top left. Handling them very well. Oh man, that one robot just got away from Crunan. Come on, Crunan, we can get back in this. Oh, and a one-shot kill with the robots. That is awesome. Very good job there by Guto. Oh, and that is going to cost some time with the burn. But that's okay. He's still in this. Let's get going as he kicks the little tile back, hits a couple of foot soldiers instead of just one. Oh, that robot was just not having his... He was not ready to die, so he kept out of the way of Crunan there. But Crunan handling the fire guys, no problem, so he can move the level just a little bit faster. As we approach towards the final of this part of the level. Oh, this cave is definitely creepy. We don't want to be down there. But it's okay, as Guto continues to handle this very well. All the guys disappeared and off to the hideout itself. So we are in the hideout here for Guto. We'll be there very shortly with Crunan, because he is doing amazing, guys. Let's go, let's go. Foot soldiers not acting the way that he would want them to there for Guto, but he's still handling them well. One-shot kills on most of these guys, so gonna definitely move the stage along a little faster. First part of the level that's gonna be a little bit of a trap for these guys is these bamboo spikes that keep popping out of the ground. They pop up faster than it looks. Definitely causes some issues because those foot soldiers tend to like to stand right there in those spikes. So Crunan making a little bit of a comeback here. Says, I am not out of this. Let's go. So he's going to make his way to the bamboo here shortly as Guto makes his way out of the bamboo into the next part of the section. We're going to see one more trap here in this level, being the laser portion of this level. So it's going to be really close. So we'll see how the lasers handle for Guto, because it's definitely a changing part of this whole run. Is a good laser level portion of this run. Alright, so we're about 2 screens difference now between these runners, so it looks like Guto is definitely starting to take a little bit more of an edge on this race. Alright, so we've got our laser portion here. Let's see how he handles it. It looks like he's playing it very safe, or trying to play it safe as possible without these foot soldiers just absolutely wrecking him. Does pretty well with that part of the stage, and off to the last portion of the hideout before fighting Tatsu. Tatsu, one of the easiest bosses in this game, where he just stands on the right or left side, and you just go back and forth with him. Alright, so we're going to see Tatsu for the first time, and here he comes. He's going to invite 3 of his buddies as Crunan makes his way to the last part of this level. Alright, Guto having to play it very safe to try and not die here. So he's looking out for all of these foot soldiers and does a very good job of avoiding the death there. Deaths are very hard on your time in this game, because it does take about 4 or 5 seconds to die. Alright, so we're done with Tatsu here over on Guto's side. Crunan doing a very good job of keeping it up. He has 1 health, so he also has to be very careful with how these go. Ooh, there we go. Alright, so Crunan done with his Tatsu as we are on to the Pizza Monster phase of the Gauntlet. These runners will be seeing all of the bosses that they've already seen here very shortly, with a bonus Baxter Stockman fight. Baxter Stockman is tends to be very just dropping those mousers everywhere he wants to drop them. So it's very hard to kind of manipulate how you're going to handle those. But you'll see the runners do these small jump kicks going back and forth to kind of take care of that situation. Both runners on the Pizza Monsters. We are through the first portion of the Pizza Monsters here for Gudo. We are very close with Crunan as well. All right, so Leatherhead back to these back and forth kicks you'll see from Gudo, as it takes 4 shots to make Leatherhead move to the other side, and those daggers hurt like crazy. But he's doing great, guys. All right, so Leatherhead is down. We are gonna see Leatherhead now for Crunan as Rocksteady comes out for Gudo. All right, so he's gonna run over. Gonna try and stay just far enough away to avoid those kicks from Rocksteady. So he's doing. Looks like he's got a good pattern from Rocksteady as of thus far. So he's gonna keep hitting with the shoulder bashes. Crunan done with Leatherhead. Moving on to his Rocksteady fight as Gudo is leaving Rocksteady. All right, so now we've got another Tatsu fight. Second time, he's changed clothes on us, but that's okay. He handles just the same, so you're gonna see the runners handle it just the same, as these foot soldiers kind of just stand there and watch you just kill their master. Rocksteady is all finished up for Crunan, and Gudo has just finished up his Tatsu fight. He's gonna reach Baxter first. So here comes Baxter there on the left side of the screen for Gudo, as Crunan, having a little bit of bad luck here with Tatsu, but that's all right. Ooh, and there's our first death, guys. Tatsu just throwing too many of those little daggers out of his hands there. Don't know where those daggers come from, seeing he's just kind of standing there with his arms crossed, but that's all right, guys. All right, Tatsu's all finished up, and it looks like we are 2 bars down on Stockman there for Gudo, so 3 bars down, and here he goes. He's got a good pattern going. Oh, and that Mouser just getting him, and those Mousers are just going to be a pain. They're going to stand there and just keep jumping up, so he's going to have to handle those and then go back to Baxter. There he goes. So he's doing a good job of keeping it going. Crunan having a pretty good fight with Baxter right now. Gudo's all set with his Baxter fight, going in sub 18 going into to our next part. Really good time. So runners are doing well. We're only 3 bars away, so that is not bad. So these guys are still really close. Anything can happen, especially when it comes to this next stage. We are on to the Krang stage. Could have a good Krang fight, could have a bad Krang fight. It's all a matter of what he's going to give us. So the runners are going to definitely try to keep Krang in one line. So we'll see if they can do that. Handling those Mousers like a boss there for Gudo. All right, so Gudo moving on through the stage pretty well. He's got a couple more hits on that one guy. Gonna handle these Mousers. Oh man, that was a great kill on the robots. Good job, Gudo. All right, Crunan off to his races here. He's into the first part of the Krang stage. Final shell shock, guys. So we're gonna hope for a little bit of catch up here by Crunan. Let's go, Crunan. Keep yourself in it. Oh, handling the one robot did not move up like Gudo was hoping, but that's all right. He still handled that guy. Not a lot of time lost there. All right, let's see how Crunan handles his. Not bad, not bad. They did kind of cooperate there, which was good. So he was able to handle those pretty well. So we're off to the first part of the elevator portion of this level, where those foot soldiers are going to keep coming up from the elevator into the slidey portion of the level, where those foot soldiers come out of the slide chutes there at the top. All right, good job there by Gudo, handling these very well, taking very little damage, which is always a good thing when it comes to the later parts of these levels, as there are different traps going to be waiting for our runners here. There's going to be couple of big balls that jump down that can squish you, followed by another laser section. And the laser section's always proving very difficult for the runners. Ooh, and how could I forget the Freezy Pops? That's what I like to call them. So we're talking frozen turtle pops, guys, and thus far already getting Guto twice there. And those things if you stay to the right of the screen, they don't tend to hit you as often. So you try to stay as close to the right side of the screen as possible. Ooh, and there's a hit. What's gonna happen, guys? Thus far, Guto has not died in the race, which is really good. So we'll see what happens if he can get through the balls and get through the lasers. So here we go, Crunan making his way to the Freezy Pops. Gonna hope that those Freezy Pops don't do anything to him. And as you see, he is trying to play it safe to make sure he doesn't get become a frozen turtle sickle. So, oh, and the foot soldier, oh, he's doing what he needs him to do. All right. Oh, and we just missed the 3-shot kill there for Guto. All right, he's standing in place. He's got him there. All right, that's what he was looking to do with those first couple. And as he gets to the laser, oh, that laser is just a beast. And as you can see, those foot soldiers tend to like to stand right there in the laser. So you gotta kind of to play it. You know, you got to play it as safe as possible so you can slide under those lasers, but that's going to cost you some time as well. All right, Krang, Super Krang, here we go. So let's see how well Guto handles his Krang fight. As he flies up and lands straight in place, you should see 6 hits, followed by running to the left and then running to the right, which should kill off our Krang. There we go. Doing good. One more run. There it is. And great Krang fight by Guto as Crunan approaches the lasers. Oh, and there's a death. Oh my goodness. Those deaths are very costly, especially with a close run like this. Oh, and cheers to our runners from Crunan, who was also in the competition. So, all right, elevator action, guys, from Guto as he makes his way through, getting the 1-shot kill on the 4. All right, another Krang fight coming up by Crunan. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Run to the left. Do our little shots that way. Run to the right. And back to the left. And another quick Krang fight from Crunan. So definitely going awesome. Yeah, copyrighted, trademarked elevator action, elevator hype. That's right, guys. Guto moving his way through, doing a great job, having a pretty good time here, guys. All rights reserved, that is correct. All right, first robots handled well, and getting the quick kill on the 2 on the left there for the second portion. All right, it is elevator time for Crunan as well. What will we see? Oh, we see some foot soldiers coming out, and him handling them like a boss. Mouser time for Guto. So we are very close to Shredder, guys. Shredder coming up very shortly. So here comes some more foot soldiers for Guto there on the left. So let's see how it goes. Ooh, and there's our first death by Guto. It's actually a great place to take a death because you are looking at a Shredder fight that is not easy. So, you know, he'll have some health to buffer him for the Shredder fight. All right, so let's see how he handles the foot soldiers coming from the ground. No idea where they're coming from. They must just be melted to the floor or something like that, but that's okay. And all done with the foot soldiers. Off to Shredder here for Guto. All right, GG runners, let's go. All right, so here's our last portion of foot soldiers here for Crunan as Shredder gets ready for his fight. And he's going to tell you he's going to show you the real power of the Hyperstone, but when it comes to it, Guto and Crunan are going to show him what's up. As they go back and forth. Oh, and a really good pattern here thus far for Guto. Oh, my toe. My toe. anything can happen, guys. Both of these guys are on Shredder, so we're still really close. So let's go. Anything could happen. Rip toe. That is right. Oh, my toe is just on fire right now. So here we go. Crunan making his way to Shredder as we see our first kill. GG to Gutosur 77 as he takes the, or 17. I am so sorry. Gutosur 17 as he takes the win for this race. Crunan will still have his chance. It was an awesome, awesome race, guys. And there, oh, and just a couple more hits. And there we go. Guys, we're talking 24 seconds difference between these runners. So what an amazing race by both of these guys. But GG to Gutosur taking the race just barely.